My neighbor called me right in the middle of a high-stakes meeting and said, "I don't want to freak you out, but your husband has been outside messing with your car for almost 40 minutes, and I'm pretty sure your baby is still inside." I asked her to repeat that because my brain refused to process it. She said it again, slower, then added that he had a ladder set up, kept checking his phone, and was writing things down in a notebook like he was preparing for an exam. I didn't even ask what she meant. I was already grabbing my bag, apologizing to my coworkers, and sprinting out of the room. I called my husband Mike 6 times on the drive home, and he didn't answer once, even though Linda said he was glued to his phone. The reason our daughter was in the car to begin with was because he was supposed to take her to a daycare evaluation we'd waited 7 months for. Missing it meant losing our spot completely. I ran red light, didn't slow down once, and when I pulled into our apartment complex, I saw him crouched by the driver's door. His phone was propped against the tire blasting a YouTube video. A 6-foot ladder leaned against the car, and he looked up at me like I'd arrived to rescue him. Our daughter Emma was still buckled into her car seat, sipping from her cup and watching her dad like this was the best show she'd ever seen. I asked him what on earth he was doing, and he proudly held up a notebook. He said he was learning how car door lock pins work so he could make a tool to open it once he understood the mechanism. The pages were filled with arrows, labels, and drawings that meant absolutely nothing. He'd taken 3 full pages of notes from the video still playing on his phone. I asked why I was hearing this from the neighbor instead of him. He said he didn't want to worry me until he had things under control. I gestured wildly at the ladder, the phone, the car, and our child still trapped inside. Nothing about this looked controlled. Emma was perfectly calm while her father had apparently decided to earn an engineering degree in the parking lot. That's when I noticed a bent wire coat hanger jammed between the window and the doorframe. He explained he tried to make a slim jim, but it got stuck and jammed the lock completely. He walked me through everything he'd tried with shocking confidence. He'd pressed his face to the window and spent 15 minutes mouthing, "Push the button," to our 18-month-old before realizing she didn't understand. I shouted that she was a baby and didn't know what a button was. He said he figured it was worth trying. My head felt like it was splitting, pointed at the ladder and demanded an explanation. He told me he thought he could open the sunroof from the outside and pull her out that way. I screamed that we didn't have a sunroof. He admitted he realized that after getting the ladder. I asked who he was talking to on the phone when I arrived, assuming it was finally a locksmith. Instead, a man's voice floated out, calmly reminding him that anxiety was just energy waiting to be redirected. That's when I realized he'd somehow called a life coach and had been doing breathing exercises while our toddler sat locked in the car. I asked him what was wrong with him. He said he clicked the wrong link. I grabbed his shoulders and demanded to know why he didn't just call me, his wife, the person with the spare key. He wouldn't look at me. He said he thought I was busy and that he could handle it. I asked how any of this counted as handling it. He said he had it under control before the coat hanger got stuck. I yelled that calling a life coach did not count as working on it. Then I asked about the daycare appointment. He stared at me blankly and asked what appointment. I felt something inside me snap. The entire reason he'd been driving her in the first place was gone because he got distracted drawing diagram. I asked if he'd even tried the other doors before attacking the driver's side. He looked me dead in the eye and said, of course he had. He wasn't an idiot. I walked to the passenger side, grabbed the handle, and the door swung open instantly. It had been unlocked the entire time. His face went completely white. I unbuckled Emma, got in the car, and drove to the daycare 40 minutes late. They almost turned us away, but I begged until they squeezed us in. Then I drove straight to my mother's house, and I didn't come back for 3 days.